7 Old and New Wonders of the World. The amazing works of art and architecture, known as the 7 Wonders of the Ancient World, serve as a testament to the ingenuity, imagination, and sheer hard work of which human beings are capable. They are also, however, reminders of the human capacity for disagreement, destruction, and, possibly, embellishment. As soon as ancient writers compiled a list of 7 wonders, it became fodder for debate over which achievements deserved inclusion. The original list comes from a work by Philo of Byzantium written in 225 BC, called On the 7 Wonders. Great Pyramid of Giza. Located in Al-Giza Desert, Giza Governorate, Egypt. The Great Pyramid, the only wonder that still exists, stood as the world's tallest human-made structure for nearly 4,000 years. Erected around 2560 BCE. On the west bank of the Nile River, the Great Pyramid served as the tomb of the 4th century pharaoh Khufu. The original height from the base to the peak was around 147 meters, though time has worn away the height to around 138 meters. The length of each side at the base averages around 230 meters. Over its 20 years construction period, around 2.3 million stone blocks were crafted to create this 5.22 million metric ton monolith. Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Built in the ancient city of Babylon, Babil province, in Iraq. Despite being named one of the 7 ancient wonders, there is not much first-hand evidence that the gardens actually existed. Those who claim to have witnessed the gardens, including Greek historians, describe them as marvels of agricultural engineering. An amazing array of blooming flowers, luscious fruit, exotic foliage, and impressive waterfalls were said to have filled them. The Hanging Gardens were believed to have been built around 600 BCE, by Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled Babylonia from 605 to 562 BCE. Statue of Zeus. The most renowned sculptor of the ancient era, Phidias, created the statue of the fabled god Zeus. Housed in the Temple of Zeus at Olympia in western Greece, the statue showed Zeus seated on a throne crusted in gold, precious gems, ivory, and ebony. The 12-meter statue was destroyed in an earthquake in the 5th century BCE. Temple of Artemis. In Ephesus, an ancient city in what is now western Turkey, the temple, originally constructed to celebrate Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt, became a revered place of worship. It went through several phases of destruction and rebuilding. The most famous iteration, completed in 550 BCE, was about 115 meters long, 55 meters wide, included 127 Ionic-styled columns, and was decorated with fine sculptures and paintings. Its final destruction was initiated by Herostratus. The mausoleum was designed between 353 and 350 BCE by the Greek architects. It was created for Maussollos, a governor in the Persian Empire. The mausoleum stood approximately 41 meters high, and was adorned with intricate exterior carvings and precious works of art. Despite standing for centuries and even surviving a raid by Alexander of Macedonia, a series of earthquakes finally rocked it to its core. Colossus of Rhodes. The 33-meter statue of the Greek god Helios was erected between 292 and 280 BCE. It was a victory monument designed to honor the defeat of the invading army of Demetrius in 304 BCE. After standing for only 56 years, an earthquake destroyed the statue in 224 BCE. Despite that, the ruins remained a popular attraction for more than 800 years. Pharos, Lighthouse of Alexandria. This ancient lighthouse, considered a technical masterpiece that served as the model for all lighthouses that followed, was constructed on Pharos, an island in the harbor of Alexandria in Egypt. It was completed between 285 and 247 BCE. Standing over 107 meters tall and conceived as a navigational landmark for voyagers along the Egyptian coast, the lighthouse was constructed in 3 distinct stages: a square stone base, an octagonal middle section, and a cylindrical section at the top. At the apex, a mirror was erected to reflect sunlight during the day. At night, a fire was lit to guide travelers. It was severely damaged by earthquakes in 965 BCE, 1303 BCE, and 1323 BCE and completely gone by 1480 BCE. Now, moving on to the new wonders. In 2000, a Swiss foundation launched a campaign to determine the new 7 wonders of the world. These include Great Wall of China. Great might be an understatement. It is widely thought to be about 5,500 miles long. A disputed Chinese study, however, claims the length is 13,170 miles. Work began in the 7th century BCE and continued for 2 millennia. Although called a wall, the structure actually features 2 parallel walls for lengthy stretches. In addition, watchtowers and barracks dot the bulwark, built to prevent invasions and raids. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is a Mayan city on the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, which flourished in the 9th and 10th centuries CE. Under the Mayan tribe it saw a number of important monuments and temples were built. Among the most notable is the stepped pyramid El Castillo, the castle, 79 feet above the main plaza. The structure features a total of 365 steps, the number of days in the solar year. During the spring and autumnal equinoxes, the setting sun casts shadows on the pyramid that give the appearance of a serpent slithering down the north stairway. At the base is a stone snake head. Petra. The ancient city of Petra, Jordan, was purported to be one of the places where Moses struck a rock and water gushed forth. Later an Arab tribe made it their capital, and during this time it flourished, becoming an important trade center, especially for spices. Noted carvers, the Nabateans chiseled dwellings, temples, and tombs into the sandstone, which changed color with the shifting sun. In addition, they constructed a water system that allowed for lush gardens and farming. At its height, Petra reportedly had a population of 30,000. The city began to decline, however, as trade routes shifted. A major earthquake in 363 CE caused more difficulty, and after another tremor hit in 551, Petra was gradually abandoned. Machu Picchu. This Incan site near Cuzco, Peru, was discovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham. What is known is that Machu Picchu is one of the few major pre-Columbian ruins found nearly intact. Despite its relative isolation high in the Andes Mountains, it features agricultural terraces, plazas, residential areas, and temples. Christ the Redeemer. A colossal statue of Jesus stands atop Mount Corcovado in Rio de Janeiro. Its origins date to just after World War I. Its construction began in 1926 and was completed 5 years later. The resulting monument stands 98 feet tall, not including its base, which is about 26 feet high, and its outstretched arms span 92 feet. It is made of reinforced concrete and is covered in approximately 6 million tiles. Colosseum. The Colosseum in Rome was built in the 1st century by order of the Emperor Vespasian. A feat of engineering, the amphitheater measures 620 by 513 feet and features a complex system of vaults. It was capable of holding 50,000 spectators, who watched a variety of events. Perhaps most notable were gladiator fights, though men battling animals was also common. According to some estimates, about 500,000 people died in the Colosseum. Additionally, so many animals were captured and then killed there that certain species reportedly became extinct. Taj Mahal. Located in Agra, India, it is regarded as one of the world's most iconic monuments and is perhaps the finest example of Mughal architecture. It was built by Emperor Shah Jahan to honor his wife Mumtaz Mahal, who died in 1631. It took about 22 years and 20,000 workers to construct the complex, which includes an immense garden with a reflecting pool. The mausoleum is made of white marble that features semi-precious stones in geometric and floral patterns. Its majestic central dome is surrounded by 4 smaller domes. According to some reports, Shah Jahan wished to have his own mausoleum made out of black marble. However, he was deposed by one of his sons before any work began. Hope you enjoyed knowing about the old and new wonders of the world. Which wonder would you like to visit the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Till next video, goodbye.